SoulWhat, a Soultopia podcast with our producer, Matt Stoker. I am Michelle Welch.
And I'm Roger Welch. So what's up today, Michelle?
A lot's been going on and a lot of nothing.
Okay.
How's that?
Well, that sounds productive.
Well, it's not been so productive for me today. How about you?
I got our AC fixed.
Was it really broken?
No, the pan in the unit was clogged. The drain line was clogged, which made the condensation back up, which turned the float, the on-off float off, which turned the whole system off. So
I didn't even notice.
So
just
Tom
y'all know.
had to go in. He spliced it and blew the line out.
What's the name of Tom's?
Tom Kavanaugh.
But what's the name of his business?
I don't remember. I don't
Kathy,
remember.
if you're listening, tell us, or Tom, tell us the name of your business so we can say it, because he's great. He does a
Yeah.
store.
He does both stores and
Well, maybe
yeah,
now all three. I
all
don't
three
know.
stores. Yeah.
Well, we don't want to jinx that. We don't need anything
yeah,
with the
don't,
third.
don't, you know. So far,
Right.
all the stores are good this summer
How
because
are
we don't
you-
want it 95 degrees inside. We want
Right.
it nice and cool at 70.
68.
According to the governor, we're supposed to be at 78.
What?
This yeah,
Governor Abbott?
Yeah.
Well, there you have it. How are you doing, Matt?
I'm doing okay.
Doing okay?
Staying busy.
You have your AC turned to 78 like everybody else is supposed to?
I do not. Now, I will keep it warmer than my wife does, and our TV's going out back there.
I keep seeing that.
So I was like, what the heck?
It's probably if I leave the room, it'll be fine.
So yeah, if she's ever out, I will go to 68 or 70. I'm okay with that, but it's down in the low 60s when she's around. That thing is just not behaving.
No,
Did
it's
it
not.
happen when I came in the room?
Yes.
I think I might have seen it earlier, but I won't. I can't.
Because otherwise, I
can't
swear.
swear to that.
Michelle, she's
swear.
fucking up the TV.
It's definitely worse now, so that may be something.
It's everything with technology, isn't it?
Yeah, last night I heard her yelling, and I look up the stairs and into the TV, and it was all snowy again.
I was
I
like,
go
we have
upstairs, and it's fine. I was
poltergeist
like,
again.
it's fine. I don't know what you're talking
The
about.
minute he walked in the room, he's like, "What?" I go, and he saw it that way. As
I
he was
did
walking
see it
in, but
because
the
I-
minute
only
he
because
walks
I
the
was-
threshold of the room, it goes away.
Yep.
Like you don't even get poltergeist like snowy TV anymore, do you?
No, I don't. I mean, I don't know.
We had it totally.
I wouldn't even know where to find a
And
television static.
And we actually
Yeah.
have, Amazon Fire Stick.
Yeah, I don't think those produce static anymore. Like it's,
Well, it does at our house.
oh, okay.
Only when Michelle's in the room by
Only
herself.
with me in the room and all the creepy spirits. They don't even creep me out anymore.
Yeah.
What does creep me out?
Me.
Well, besides you, I think maybe snakes.
Snakes too? Since when?
Oh, they creep me out a little bit.
We have those at the house.
When I'm not aware of them, like and alligator gars. We've been
They're not
fishing
freaky. They're just little fish swimming around. They're,
with teepees.
they're only... if
They're
you
not
get-
little, y'all.
about-
Just so you know, when
they're
you're
only-
swimming out at Lake Louisville or
They're
wherever
about
it is
3
you're
feet.
swimming, they're not little.
They're about 3 feet.
Trinity River,
There they get about 6 to 8 feet. 6 to 8, not 6 to 8. 6 to
6 to 8. Will they eat the bodies when people throw the bodies in the Trinity River? They do. They
They'll
eat
eat
'em.
everything. They got teeth. Just
Yeah.
like
So what are we
alligator.
talking about tonight?
You told me we were talking about singing bowls.
I told you. So you are prepared.
I just grabbed some that we had and a couple of mine. I have one set up at Frisco though, because I've been doing healings up there.
So we had a party it was a really nice party. You can check out the pictures of that. Frisco looked beautiful. If you guys want to have we've been doing a lot of parties lately, either in your home or for your business, but you can also rent out. Frisco's a nice one to have it.
Yep.
Bishop's a nice one. Frisco, they had sorry about this, you guys. Ooh. We had it about, I think they had about 16 people,
Yep,
and people
16.
got either mediumship reading or a tarot reading, or I threw in some charms and crystals, and then
Mm-hmm.
you did singing bowl healing,
Healings,
sound
yep.
healing.
Sound
So,
healings.
and you also did a class recently. So Lexi, I don't know if Lexi climbs on tonight, but she'll listen later if she's not, because she's like, oh, really wanted to be at that singing bowl healing class. So we're not going to do a whole class, obviously, but we're going to talk a little bit about them.
Yeah.
So how did you get interested in, I can't even remember when you just all of a sudden started getting so interested in them.
All right, so we were at an event, and it was our first year going out to Colorado, and we met Seren and his wife Ruby, and you were buying tarot cards and crystals, and I'm like, okay, well, this is kind of cool over here. And so I was over talking with Seren and his wife, and he started showing me stuff, and it just kind of started clicking for me, and I liked it. And so I did good that year. I only bought one bowl that year, and a few months later I bought a few more bowls from him.
Just a few. Just so y'all know, what he has showing here is honestly just a few, because now we have the kinds that you can stand in and all kinds of stuff. And that's a little bitty gong. We have a big gong at the house and a big gong here.
Yeah, the one at the house is actually antique.
Yeah, it's pretty. It sounds really nice too.
It vibrates the entire house.
Right. So what are the purposes of having singing bowls?
Well, they're great for clearing space, first of all. You can use them to, instead of saging, you can use it as a clearing tool. Just walk around your house, or we do it here at the store too. Walk around, just play the bowls. And that sound actually gets the stagnant energy moving, which is kind of the same thing. We talk about saging is moving that stagnant energy, getting it moving out of the way, right? So the sound vibrations help move that energy and get rid of that energy and move it out, out of your space.
So where does it go?
Goes to your house.
It goes to our TV.
To the TV.
And to the sign. No, so it just kind of breaks up that
stagnant energy.
It's collecting.
Yeah. So you can, and then if you think about it, it's great because that sound penetrates through everywhere, right? Whereas when you're saging, like if you, behind the toilet or in the back of a closet or something like that, it's kind of a little tougher, right, to sage with that. That's why you use the feathers to push the smoke in there. Whereas with the sound penetrates everywhere. You can be in one room and, we could put you over here in your office and I could play the bowl over here. You could hear it coming through the wall. You could hear that sound moving. Now, it's not quite as strong because the wall breaks it up a little bit, but still, you could, it gets into every little crevice around. That's what makes it such a great tool to use it for clearing space.
So if somebody was to buy a bowl, why would that be different than like just playing, singing bowls on their, on Spotify or on their iPod,
that would probably
I said
be
iPod, but on their whatever
on their
we call their
phones.
smartphone. Yeah.
Actually, there's a couple of apps. I put it. My iPad died. I didn't realize it was dead, but there is even a couple of apps with the bowls, and if you hit, it shows pictures of the bowls. If you tap it, it plays. If you rub your finger around the edge of the bowl, it plays like a bowl would.
That's cool.
Yeah, so it's kind of cool. But you don't get you get some of the sound out, but it's not like the same vibration as loud as just playing a bowl itself.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the biggest difference. I guess you could hook it up. I could hook it up to my guitar amplifiers, and
My guitar
amplifiers. It's only like 1,000 watts. You think that'll push it out through the house, Matt?
I think that I'd probably push it in your neighbor's house as well.
1,000 watts.
Yeah.
Turn it up. Turn up the echo a little bit.
Yeah,
that might be where you want it to go sometimes.
True.
Yeah. I used it once to get rid of a neighbor.
Did you?
Yeah, they were loud.
And pyrite. Just put pyrite on the fence or stick it
Well,
in
they
an
were the
apartment.
downstairs neighbors, so I flipped it upside down and turned on the drum machine for like an hour. They moved out a week later.
I believe it. Yeah. So you can use them for yourselves to do that. Tell us, you want to talk about the different kinds first,
So
and then tell about how you use them for healing?
Yeah, so the cool thing is when you're using it for healing, if you think about it, your body's, 96% water, right? Your
Something
body's
like
mostly
that.
water. It's a high percentage. I think it's 96, 92, something like that, right? But it's, high percentage of water. So what happens is the vibrations, especially as you get the bowls closer to you, as they vibrate, they actually can penetrate through your body and help, especially with your chakras and things like that you're talking about. Chakras are, energy points through the body. Now we have like 88,000 different chakra points in our body, and we focus on 7. But those 7 are our main 7, like our heart chakra. Well, if you put a heart bowl directly onto your heart and play it, it's entering your body and actually help balancing and getting that heart chakra to spin in the proper technique.
Okay. I'm sorry, I was a little distracted. Which of these apps is good? There's this mindfulness bell. There's the bowls, Tibetan singing bowls.
Right there. So the one
Okay.
that I put on is that one right there.
Bowls. It's called Bowls Tibetan Singing Bowls.
Yeah, that's the one
it's
I put on.
It's $1.99 on your app. There's
And
one
believe it or
that's
not,
free.
I paid the $1.99.
Well, there's one that below that's free, but it only has 3 stars. The other one has 5 for $1.99. So anyway.
$1.99.
Yep. So you started talking and I wasn't listening. So what's the next thing after that?
Next thing after
Whatever you just talked about. Because I wanted to find this because I think it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then you go, well, you asked about the different types of bowls, right? Mm-hmm. So there are a lot of different types of things out there. And actually, let's back up. How the bowls actually work is very similar to how a bell works, right? A bell has a striker on the inside. When it hits the side of the wall of the bell, it rings because it actually strikes it and it vibrates the bell, correct?
Right.
The bowls work very similar to the same way in 2 ways. One, just we use this bowl here. If you strike the edge of the bowl with a striker like this, it plays, okay? Mm-hmm. However, if we take a striker like this one where it's got the wood and the felt and just go around the edge, it takes a second, but it does play. And the reason it does is because it's the felt, or the leather here, creates a friction against the edge of the bowl, which makes it play.
And one thing that really helped me, you guys, because sometimes it's hard to get it playing, is he said to hold it like you hold a pencil. And I hold my pencil wrong. I hold it on my 4th finger, but
it's
I
the
was
way
able to
that
hold
normal
it,
people hold a pencil.
the way you normally hold it on your 3rd finger. So, and I was able to get it to play better that way.
Now, sometimes you'll have bowls, or like the wood side. On the mallets, you have the wood side and the leather side, right? And the wood side plays. Now, the wood side is usually the female voice within the bowl. Okay, so this is a female voice. Now, I will also tell you, these bowls are brand new. I just got these from Karma. His name, yes, is Karma. But they're brand new, and so as you use them, they actually kind of wear into use better.
I want to say that's his real name. He lives where? The bottom of, at the base of, what mountain?
It's in Oregon, I forget.
No, he moved.
He
back
moved to
to
Oregon. He's in,
Karma?
yeah, Karma.
He was moving back to Nepal.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, that's another guy.
Oh, it's another.
That's the other guy.
That's the other Karma.
Yeah. The other Karma.
No, but he didn't make it up. Go like I'm going to be called Karma.
Yeah.
That's really his name.
So, but on the bowls, even like this is actually a machine-made bowl.
Right.
So they actually take this piece of the metal that's been pressed, and they use a press to make the bowl, and then they have a paint it on the outside, right? Where these 2 bowls here, these 2 are actually handmade. They're totally 100% handmade. Being a machine-made bowl, they're kind of already set. Now the difference is these aren't, say this is a green bowl, a lot of people think, well, that's a heart chakra bowl. No, it's not. These bowls are all made, and they will have different tones depending on how much material in the wall, the heights, and the curvature here. The green's just on there for a color. Same thing here. This is a black bowl, and it's the same size, but you hear it has a different sound.
Yeah, but it's not necessarily earth chakra.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. What you would do if you really wanted to know if it is even tuned to a chakra, you would actually take a tuner, and you can look it up. Hey, what's the frequency for heart chakra, right? You can look that up, and then use a tuner with your bowl to see if it's a heart chakra or
And
not.
there's an app for that too.
There is an app for that. Yeah. Or you can actually just order. That's what I did. I ordered a tuner, and you can use those. Some of the larger, more inexpensive bowls are these. You can get these, and we do different colors. And it's kind of the same thing. Just because this is a yellow bowl, it's not sacral or anything like that, right? These are made out of aluminum, though. They're aluminum. They usually have, like, this one has an ohm inside. See?
Yeah.
Has an ohm inside. Some little painting decorations on the outside. And these play very easy. They're very easy to play. Now, they're not tuned to chakras or anything like that, but these are great beginner bowls, I think. And the reason I say these are great beginner bowls is they're super, super easy to play. Being made out of aluminum, they vibrate very easily also, because the aluminum just has more of that give into it to be able to vibrate. See, I can just tap it with my finger and it.
Right.
And these actually have a really nice sound to them. Sometimes the one thing about these, though, you do have to be careful, because if you drop one of these, you can actually warp it, and it won't have that same sound.
It just sort of thuds. Like
Yeah,
when you
it'll
try to play it, it
definitely-
just sort of sounds like a thud
Yeah.
sound.
But this is that same size bowl, and you hear the tones very similar in both of those two bowls, and they're painted different colors. It's, like I said, it has nothing to do with the color of the bowls. It's like how thick the walls are, the curvature of the sides of the walls, things like that give it the same. But these being machine made, they're pretty much the
So
same
they're
color.
not tuned to the note that goes with the chakra.
Correct.
Okay.
And now they are tuned, or they are a note,
But
like
they're
I
not
said,
necessarily tuned to that.
to a heart
note.
chakra note.
Okay.
Correct.
I'm so sorry, you guys.
The ones that
It's
are
like-
like this, these types of bowls
They're
here.
clearing my cough, I think.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's moving all that out. These are great. I love these are 7 metal. Okay.
Yeah,
These
that's
little
nice.
painted ones are 5 metals. Okay, and it's just 5 different metals that they actually blend together to give you the bowls. But these you can actually strike if you have a kind of a rubber striker or even a felt striker. Works really easy to do versus just taking and using one of the strikers around it.
I like the other side. I like them.
Do you
that
like the felt side? You hear the 2 different tones there?
Yeah, I like that.
So this
tone
is the
better.
male voice. That's this male voice for this bowl.
Just more soothing.
And if you use the
steeper.
wood side gives you the female voice.
Yeah, I like the other one.
Here is just a difference in tones. Hey Matt, you ever take, how you can take like a really nice wine goblet and put water in it, you can do the same sound, do the sounds?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. It's the same thing with the bowls. It works the same. It's that friction that creates the sounds.
Mm-hmm.
But another thing you can even do with the bowls, like in those glasses, you can put the water in, and you can adjust the height of the water, and it gives the different notes, different sounds.
I've seen videos of those where it makes like cool little patterns in there too
Yeah.
with the vibration. Makes a really interesting
Exactly.
look to it.
You can do the same thing with these. You can actually put water inside here, and it does the same patterns inside.
Mm-hmm.
And it also will change the note inside the bowls also. So as you're playing, it'll actually can change the note as you put water in there too. Now the ones that I have, these are actually not some of mine, some of them here at the store, but I use the 7 metal bowls, and these are great because you can actually put them on people's body and play them on top of people's body. And like I said, it's especially if you put it directly on top of the chakra, it enters that chakra really fast, and it
Feels really good. So if you come to like a singing bowl healing, like we said they had at their party the other night, so last Friday night?
2 Fridays.
2 Fridays ago.
Yeah.
They're just amazing.
Mhm.
So they were on the massage table. Roger prefers if you can like lay on the ground.
But yeah, if you're on the ground, my thing is if you can lay down on the ground, it's really great because you can put the bowls really close to the body.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, even here, this is a huge concrete, slab under this building. But when you're laying, we put a blanket down, put you down, billows around you. You can feel the vibration going into the concrete and into your body.
Yeah, and you pass out, basically. You're
Yeah.
like drooling. It feels really good, but you can feel it.
And even with Michelle's kidney stones, if I can get her still long enough and put a bowl on top of her to play.
I think that's why they got stirred up, because I had one. And I mean, I had a healing for the class, and then all of a sudden I had to go to the doctor for my kidney stone. But I think it was there, and it
Just
I think
help
it
move it
did
along.
help move it along. It was just like, oh crap, I wasn't ready for that. But it does. I mean, it works.
Yeah.
And the one thing is that brings up the fact that you really do need to know how to play them correctly, because just there's a lot of beliefs amongst the people who really use these all the time that if it can cure things, but it can also cause chaos. Just as it can cause create zen, it can create chaos.
Yeah.
If you
I
don't play
personally,
them properly.
I personally won't use them if somebody's pregnant either.
Right.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I just don't want to do that.
Yeah.
But anything else, even like using them in meditation, are great too.
Oh yeah. So tell us about the beautiful. Well, we want to do that
Here you
one
go.
first.
So this is, and I'm gonna set it in front of Michelle because
I'm scared to touch them because
here's what we're going to say. This one, these are so easy, even Michelle can do it. Got her on that one, guys. Okay, so the thing
I'm not
that-
great at them.
This right here is actually a crystal bowl. Now, I'm going to tell y'all, this is some real talk here, okay? Those people that say this is a solid crystal bowl, yeah, they're full of BS. They're lying. There's not.
That's not a solid crystal.
Okay, because if I envision you tell me that's a solid crystal bowl, that means they had a chunk of crystal that was larger than that bowl was. Yeah, just like this. And they literally cut it out and made it into a bowl. Okay? First of all, there's no way. And I'll tell you two reasons why. One, I'm telling you there's no way. Two, the cost of this bowl, I had to look, is $390. A piece of crystal that would be that size, big enough to actually cut before you even cut it, would be about $1,000 for just the crystal before you even spend another $1,500 cutting it, plus the shipping of it. Okay? It's not.
So what is it?
So what it is, it's restructured crystal. So what they do is they do take crystal, and it's usually crystal that's broken up or pieces or chips and things like that, and they grind it down to a powder. Then they take that powder and they can basically heat it and melt it and form it into a form, okay? So like they make 1,000 of bowls just like this one, same size, same size, shape, wall thickness and everything, and they all sound alike, okay? You'll see in that one I have them marked, right?
Price?
No,
Oh, chakra. Solar plexus.
Yeah, so that's a solar plexus bowl, right? Yeah. So the thing about that one is a solar plex bowl. And Michelle, take this right here and just go around the edge of it. Okay. We'll see if Michelle can do it, guys. Putting her to the test.
Do I tap it?
You don't have to. You should be able to just rub it around the edge. Can you hear it, Matt? Yeah. So typically when you buy these types of bowls, the crystal bowls like this, you're going to get one of these felt. It's actually PVC with felt inside it, or felt on the outside, PVC inside, right? Now my thing is when you play it with these, I don't like these because it's scratchy. Hear that scratchy sound?
Scratchy is because it's that resin. You can feel that kind of that resin.
Yeah. So this kind of scratches across of that frosted edge in there, right? Whereas if you use one of the rubber mallets like this, like I had Michelle using, that is smoother, so you don't get that scratchy sound. You get more of the pure sound out of it. Yeah, it's loud. So you get more of that pure sound out of it versus that scratchy sound. So if you are doing healings, meditations, or anything like that, you just want to be extremely careful with it though. But it will give you that better sound. Now here's why I say be careful. Remember, these at one time were crystal. They basically grinded down to powder, melted it, and formed it back into a bowl. If you definitely drop this, you definitely are going to break it. They do make, you can even order kit or like bags made for them. Honestly, they're neoprene bags. I'd probably get something else than that because they're neoprene bags and they're not very padded.
We had them, we don't.
Yeah, we had them. We've had them here before. They're okay, but not like I said. They're not going to really protect
What would you
it.
get?
What you might could look at might be a good alternative. Might be like they make cases for drum heads, and that might be a good case. Like a good case to get one of those for like a drum head. Now I do know a lady I met a few years ago actually was going out to Sedona, and she was taking her bowl with her. She was driving, guys. She was driving, had it in a neoprene bag in the back of the car, driving to Sedona, stopped out in the desert, was going to play her bowl and meditate, and the bowl was broken. She didn't drop it. It just, between driving from here to out there, it just vibrated and cracked. Okay? And that's what I was talking about. You guys got to be a little bit more, they're a little bit more finicky, but they are super easy to play. They do
have a
get
question.
loud. Yes.
I'm sorry. But why? So, did you buy all of these in white? Because why, if this is solar plexus, couldn't you get these where they were the color, like the chakra colors?
We could do that. There were a little bit. When I say there is a little bit more, we just got them all in. We've had those in the colors too. At the time, we had a couple of sets in the colors, and so I was just getting all white.
Okay.
And that's why inside there's a sticker inside those that show what chakra they go with.
And what note they're attuned
And what
to.
note they are, yeah.
Okay. And you might want to explain that
and
because each chakra is attuned. It is attuned to a certain note.
Correct. And when we ordered those, I ordered them in sizes. So like one set goes from 7.5 inches to 12 inches. The other goes from 8 inches to 13. So each chakra is different sizes. The root chakra is the larger one, and they get smaller as they go to the crown chakra. Now, if somebody did say, "Oh, I want all 10-inch, I want chakras in all 10-inch bowls," we can actually get them like that also. And I think I'm going to order a couple like sets like that next time, just have them. And if y'all like the ones with colors inside, it's actually a gel stain they do on the inside. It's not a paint; it's a gel stain, and it actually bonds on the inside. So it actually is very.
It's pretty
clean.
cool.
Yeah.
The colors.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely, I would say definitely use this.
Yeah.
Because he didn't really do it, but when even he's really good at playing them, it just sounds so scratchy around here. I would not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They come with that.
It doesn't come with that. Actually, the ones I've been ordering comes with this.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so I always
That's good then.
that's an upgrade that I always have them put in for me. I always have it upgraded to
That's really
the
good.
rubber mallet, because these are just easier to play and everything. I don't tell people to tap these like that, because sometimes people will really tap it. But once you get to where you're playing it a little better, you'll get to know and how you can tap it and where so you can give it a little tap every now and then is, like that. It's when you really hit it is when you can actually damage the ball itself. And if you damage it, it's pretty much done.
Right.
We had one here not too long ago that got damaged because they dropped some large crystals in it. And remember what I said, though, the sound travels. You don't have to put anything in your bowl to clear it. You can just play your bowl and have stuff out. It clears
So
it.
everything around here has been cleared.
Even Matt's cleared now. He should feel a lot better. Stop being so damn grumpy over there.
I needed it. Yeah, I needed it.
The demon is gone. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. This seems better, maybe. Yes.
Stop flickering, see?
Oh, yeah. I haven't noticed it flicker in a
We'll
little
see.
while. I'll keep an eye on it.
We'll
Yeah.
see. What about these beautiful, I don't know, translucent? I love these. Stay in my room, you guys, in my office next door, on the top shelf, way up high, and I'm not allowed to touch them.
They're just to sit around
I'm
and
not
look
allowed
pretty.
to look at them.
So these are called alchemy bowls, and they're made the same as this out of crystal. But one thing is they're more clear because the walls are thinner. These mat are kind of like the thickness of a wine glass. Okay, so they're very thin on the walls, And then what they do is they use, just like the aqua auras, all the aura quartzes, they do the same coating and radiate it to the outside and the inside.
They're so beautiful.
Okay, so it does give that very angelic look to it, but they are called alchemy bowls. Now when these come in, okay, when I get these, and I ordered these for myself because they were kind of expensive, I will be honest. They were a little bit pricey, but they're really cool because one, this one with the felt on it, these are actually designed very smooth so you get a very good sound out of it with this, but they also send them with this type of,
Right.
which is actually a glass tube with a silicone
Now I hear it.
yeah, so it does give it a very nice clean look or sound to it.
All right.
Now what else I found out is if I use my rubber striker from my crystal bowls, right, and go around, it works also. Even this is B, which is a crown chakra, right? You can hear that in there. Give it even if just tap a little bit.
Or those are a little bit harder just
They're a
because
little
the
bit harder to
space.
play,
Yeah, because
yeah.
Roger, you usually can. Now I can hear it.
Yeah. And so, whoops, hit the microphone with it. Matt loved that, didn't you? Here, though, the felt one over here really works.
Yeah, it doesn't
Well,
sound scratchy.
Doesn't sound scratchy because the edges of this is smoother than that one. So it gives it a better sound to it overall. Yeah, these are a little bit more challenging to play just because they're so thin. The walls are so thin. You got to hit that edge up here on the, because that's what you're doing. You're hitting this edge up here and it's vibrating around that edge. You got to hit it just right to get these. There's no forgiveness on this one at all.
What's in the little bitty box?
Okay, so we do, these are actually chakra bowls. These are little bitty chakra bowls.
Oh, so cute.
So this is a kit. These kits, we have them for all 7 chakras. And it has, this is a throat chakra. So it talks about the throat chakra. It talks about singing bowls here. It comes with a little bitty bowl. Okay. These are also the 5 metal bowls, painted blue. It actually inside has the symbol for the throat chakra.
Right.
It also comes with a pad, throat chakra pad to set the bowl on. Now to me these are actually very small bowls, and it comes with a little striker mallet. If you don't, for me, because they're so small, I usually make a fist and set it up on top of my fist to get it playing. Because the one thing is, if you're touching the sides at all, it won't play.
That was another thing.
It has
Another
to be
trick you
set up
said
there.
is to always angle your mallet or angle it. Don't put
Correct.
it straight. If you
Yeah.
put it straight, it won't play. You want to angle when you're
Yes.
going around.
Yeah, so you just definitely got to go around it like that.
So those
So-
little ones are kind of hard to play too. You think that might be
Yeah.
easier, but they're not always easier.
I will tell. I mean, and I tell. Sometimes we don't always carry those they're just a little bit smaller than this bowl is, and they're not a 5 metal bowl. They're a 3 metal bowl. They run like $25, $30, $25. I think is what those are, which come with a striker and whatnot. They're okay. The problem is they're so small. They actually are a little bit challenging to play. So spend the extra $20 and get a little bit larger bowl like this. And that way, these are just, they're small too, but
Sounds good.
they're easier to play.
Yeah.
So you don't have to worry about it, guys.
Yeah.
So, you spend like $20, $30, $40 even and get, a little bigger, a little nicer bowl. Now, if you have like a little altar space, those work great in. If you're just going to, those little bitty ones, if you're just using it and just want to tap it or something,
Right.
it's fine for something like that. If you're using it for like clearing your altar space or using it for like a beginning of some sort of spell work or anything like that, works fine for that. But if you're doing a healing with it, I think they're too small and just too inaccurate to
Right.
actually use. For
How many
that.
metals? You said 7 metal, 5 metal. How many metals do they go up to?
9 metal.
9 metal?
Yeah, I've seen some 9 metal, and they're really nice. And I have yeah, you do know that. I do have a 7 metal, coated in silver.
Yeah, I know about it.
Yeah, so you do know about that. I have to be careful, man. No.
Like I hide shoes,
She'd
he
probably get
hides
smacked.
bowls.
Yeah, you never know.
She's within arm length over here.
He hides bowls, I hide shoes.
Yeah, but it's actually no. It's you. So you can do a 7. I have that 7 metal with the silver coatings. Really cool. That's a nice. It's a nice bowl too. I mean, I just have one. I don't have like a whole set. Just one of those.
Okay.
And then, but you can do a 9 metal bowl, and those are super nice though the way they're made.
Tell us about the new moon and the.
And then every month under the new moon in Nepal, the monks, and it's actually the monks, it's not the practitioners or the apprentice, it's the monks. Each monk makes one bowl under the full moon. You'll know that because they're actually a larger bowl than this one. It's like a 7-inch bowl. Yeah, it's actually a little bit smaller than this bowl is. And you'll know it's a full moon bowl because right here on it, it has one marking on it that is for being made under the full moon. It's kind of a circle with a couple of lines on it, right? But that marking is on, and that's
It's not like a cheesy full moon marking.
No, it's not that.
It's like something.
It's their symbol that they all use the same one when they make them, and it's all made right onto the bowl, so that you know that bowl was made under the full moon. But they also, like I said, they're made one time a month under the full moon, and each one makes one bowl that night.
Right.
Yeah. So they don't try to make it as fast as possible.
I have a feeling that we'll be coming back with one of those soon, won't we?
Probably.
Yeah.
I'll probably get another big bowl though before I get that.
So you didn't bring your big bowl in?
No, because it's in Frisco because I was using it up there.
That's right, you said.
Yeah.
So the big bowl.
It's a grandmother bowl.
If you go onto our Intuitive Insights page, or I think is where we
TikTok.
posted it.
I put it on TikTok.
He puts it on TikTok.
I put it on TikTok. Twice.
Is that on Soultopia, or is that where you feed all the Frenchies all the stuff that they can't have to eat?
Who said they couldn't have it? They can have it. They eat it
On
or they
our
don't.
TikTok on Roger Welch, you can watch the
Loki
Frenchies.
and Thor, see what they're going to eat and what they won't eat.
Let's see what they'll eat and what they won't eat.
Surprisingly, they won't eat is ices. Surprisingly, what they will eat, Cheetos hot fries.
And Kool-Aid pickles.
And Kool-Aid pickles. They like, Kool-Aid pickles.
I'm not surprised about the hot fries.
Love the hot fries.
Yeah,
Both of them.
Yeah.
I'm like,
and Kool-Aid pickles. But
sometimes
not...
Loki spits out treats. I'm like, what the hell's wrong with you? Don't like the treats. Picky. Okay, got it.
Do they start like licking or anything after they eat the hot fries?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they just
My
eat
dogs,
it.
whenever they've gotten anything spicy, they just lick they lick all the time.
One of them, I think Loki did that a little bit.
No, he ate it, and I gave him another, and he ate it too.
Thor's the hog.
Pixie
the
did
baby
the same,
is kind of the.
Oh yeah, Thor pretty much eats anything except the ices. Neither one would eat the ices.
But they ate
which I can understand.
the
I don't
Kool-Aid
like ices
pickle, which is from the icy place.
Yeah, they did eat the
but
Kool-Aid
they like
pickles.
the Kool-Aid.
You like Kool-Aid pickles?
I don't think I've ever had Kool-Aid.
You're not missing anything.
Kool-Aid pickles. They don't sound appetizing to me.
They're not.
Yeah.
And why she wanted to buy it, and she wouldn't even eat it.
I said, we're going to go get you a Kool-Aid pickle.
I don't want no damn Kool-Aid
and
pickle.
he's like, first of all, I thought it was some sort of jalapeno
No,
thing at the
nasty.
snow cone place, because that's what it looked like when you're driving up. It looked like some big pepper, and I thought, oh, he'll take that challenge.
I would eat that.
But the Kool-Aid pickle, he was like, no, but the dogs can try it. I'm not going to try it. But the dogs were like, oh, yeah. They ate it, right?
Because you can get those pickles, jalapeno pickles at the burger place that we go to.
I don't eat them. You do.
Yeah. They drop jalapenos in
I
with
don't
the
eat
dill
any
pickles.
pepper, any
Oh, that sounds
spicy
good.
stuff. I like
What's the
old
name?
people's
Twisted Root.
Oh, yeah.
Twisted Root. They have all the big old jars
All
of
those
pickles.
different-
Yeah, those are good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
those are good.
and
Yeah.
they're letting you do them now. You know how, I guess during COVID you couldn't do all that stuff, but they're letting you know.
Yeah.
But, okay, so the big bowl, if you do go on one of the social medias, you stand in the bowl, and then if he has his little pad thing, he can put a bowl on your head too, or just hold it over your head. And then when we were, last time, what's his name again?
Saran.
I always want to say Sanjay. Seren had us do a couples healing. We were each in a bowl, and he was interviewed in New York right before COVID. Right at the beginning of COVID, he was on the New York News in New York City, and he did the same healing. So they actually videoed us,
Yeah.
and I think that winded I think that winded up on some other new.
It did.
It needs to be
Yeah.
sent to us because we were. Maybe it saved our marriage. I don't know, but it was really cool. It was really cool. Healing, but you have to have 2 bowls to stand in for that.
Actually, 2 bowls to stand in, 2 bowls for your head,
Head.
one on each head, and then they play bowls around you.
Yeah, and it's
you're
so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's just so calming, and all the bowls, and a lot of the bowls are from the one like we have at home is
They're from Nepal, and then the one
it's
from
old. I
Yeah,
mean,
they're
these
old.
are old, And then the lady that we buy from, it's not Michelle, it's
McCall.
McCall. We buy a lot of our. In fact, this came from McCall that I'm wearing right here. These are for sale. You can do them any length, and they're really good crystals. And she says, "What in Miami or LA?"
L.A. Well,
In LA,
she moved.
and
She's actually in Tucson now.
But
She had put her warehouse in
her
all her
warehouse
family.
and everything. But she just has huge crystals, and it's like
She's the one that's got the
Roger and-
4-ton amethyst.
she also buys huge
Yeah.
gongs and huge bowls, and then so does Allison DeNicola from
DeNicola
U.S.
did,
Games
yep.
is always rushing to with
Trying to beat
Roger
me
to
there.
beat Roger to get the bowl. It's
not gonna happen the next time.
Tell him about how I need you to do this healing where you heat up the water and you put them in the bowls when they put.
Oh yeah, so you can actually take hot water and put inside one of these 7 metal bowls, because the 7 metal transmits the heat or cold really fast through the bowl. So you can have somebody, a really nice way is to have somebody lay on their stomach, put the bowl on their back, and put really super hot water inside the bowl, and then strike it, and then you can kind of move it around on their back a little bit, and makes a very nice soothing massage and release of energy and everything at the same time.
Really cool.
Yeah. So, and you can see with the frequencies of the bowls, you can actually see the patterns form inside the water itself too.
One of the reasons we wanted to do this tonight, Roger brought up TikTok, is TikTok kind of is ruling a lot of things that are getting popular in the stores. It was Moldavite, right now carnelian's huge, but singing bowls are huge. So a lot of people are young and older coming in buying singing bowls, and Roger really wants people to know, it's great if you're going to buy a singing bowl, but maybe kind of know what you're doing with it, what damage you can do if you don't know how to play it. And so this will give you a really good start to know how to use the singing bowls, and maybe which kind. If you're going to spend so much, you might want to save $10 extra just to go up that little one step
Yeah.
to get a bowl that actually might be a little bit easier to play and might
Yeah.
get a little bit easier sound.
And don't
if you're
get
just going to put it on
frustrated
your
either.
altar, those little cute ones are really great.
Yeah. But don't get frustrated. If you get a bowl, I mean, it's like any instrument too. So if you pick it up and you don't play it right off the bat, don't get frustrated, because it's like an instrument. Nobody picks up the guitar and just makes music come out of
And
it.
you really have to kind of go slow, and it's steady. It is that slow and steady around, because he plays it kind of fast, but to get it going, it's a smooth, consistent pressure around it, as
Yep.
opposed to just, here, I'm going to get it playing and bang on it and all that. That's
No.
how you're
You
gonna
shouldn't
break
have to
it.
really, and that's called priming, when you kind of hit the bowl and then start playing it.
I think if you're priming it, makes it harder,
Yeah,
to be honest.
it can be a little bit more challenging doing that.
Yeah.
I really think for a beginner bowl, like it said, those aluminum bowls are great, or like this little bowl like this right here is a great little bowl to have to begin with.
But just remember that just because you get a green one doesn't mean it's the note for the heart chakra.
Yeah.
And so, do we want to do readings? We have about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
A little less than 15 minutes, actually. Do you want to look at this to see who's on here?
Yeah, because my iPad does.
Okay, so here it is. I'll let you do it because it'll play really loud.
So you're going to put it off on me.
Yeah,
Damn it, Roger.
but I'm going to try and move this without breaking it. Get ready.
Oh, gosh, here we
This
go.
could be the thing that...
Oh, by the way, guys, we're going to do readings. So if y'all want a reading, you better tune in to SoulWhat and let us know you want a reading.
Really fast,
Really fast.
because we don't have time to wait. We have no time to wait on you.
And if y'all want to see, here's something else that I like too. Look, Michelle's talking about the gongs. So she can even play this one.
He's it's really cutting me down. No, I really did struggle. To be truthful, he's not being that rude. I finally, after his class last time, got it because he gave me the tips about angling on the singing bowl, about angling your striker thing, and about holding it correctly. That I really had, I'm sure he had told me before, but I hadn't listened. And I finally got it.
So cool thing about the gongs, this one is actually this is a water gong. The one that I use is an air gong. The one at the house is a water gong also. The difference is how the lip is here on the edge. This one is not flat. It actually bends back about 3/4 of an inch. So if you just strike it right in the center.
Well, I'm just doing it from watching on the thing. So about from here?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
Just strike it right there. Yeah. She didn't hit it very hard because she didn't want to bust Matt's eardrums. But y'all get kind of the idea. The larger the gongs are, they actually can vibrate. The one I have is about 24 inches. And when you're laying there,
it's still vibrating. Just so you
and
know.
you get it struck over top of you and it's going back and forth, it feels like a wave of water going back and forth over your body.
Roger ends his singing bowl healings with this gong that he plays over you, that he holds, and he does all over your whole body. It sounds really good. It's not this one. It's a loose one that he.
Yeah, that's the one. The one I use. And like I said, that one's about 24 inches wide.
So are they in all the elements like air, earth, fire, water?
Those are yes and no, but they have different tones in those also.
Okay.
Yes.
May I place this on
Yes,
the ground?
here you go. I'll take it.
Okay. All right. Do you see how about his bowls? Everybody that works for us knows too. You just don't mess with the bowls.
That's right. Don't mess with them.
Okay. So.
All right. So yeah, we have a few people that would like readings. Where am I got?
You've got cards, right?
Yeah, I actually have the Hush Tarot. Hush. Tried that with Michelle once. She smacked me.
No, I did not.
Hush. And she threw a book at me.
I told y'all
That
about
they believe.
I told y'all
That
about
they
the
believe me,
baby
right?
thing though, right? Did I talk about this last time? About the baby thing? Did I talk about that last week? There's a new thing for babies and it's called a shusher. And Tyler and James bought it for Walker, from our grandbaby. And you literally put it around your wrist and it goes shh. And they immediately get quiet. It's like, man, I should have had that.
I'm going to get one here for the store.
I'm going to get it for you. Ha ha ha.
You know who else needs one of those?
Oh, I don't know what you're going to say. Don't cut anybody down.
Okay. Sorry, Laura. I was going to say you, but you know.
Laura Pace.
Laura Pace, when she's actually around and I'm going to hit that button on
She'll
top.
laugh. She doesn't mind me saying it. Okay, here we go. I'm reading with the Modern Witch Tarot. This is the one I'm reading with tonight. And Roger's reading with the Hush Tarot. So, one card.
Yes, one
Okay.
card pulls.
Who's
Let's
first?
see here. Okay. And guys, I saw some individual questions on here about the bowls. We'll go back through later and answer those. Kelly would like. And
Normally he
would
would have had
love
that
a
on his
reading.
iPad.
Yeah, my iPad was dead. Sorry, guys. I didn't realize it was in my backpack and dead.
Kelly?
Kelly would like a reading.
All right. I have a lot of room here to spread these out. All right, I'll go first. Kelly, I got the Devil card, and what's interesting on this one, I believe traditionally on the Devil card, I could be wrong. Traditionally, I think the two people who are, and it's not the Devil, but you know, Pan or Pan or whatever, whoever this is, that they're facing, traditionally I think the people are facing away. The two figures are facing away. But on this one, they're facing towards their bondage. They're looking right at it. I could be wrong. Y'all can correct me if I am. Look in that deck and see which way they're facing. But, and I'll show you. So that jumped out at me right away. But as usual, and the chains are around their neck, very loosely, like they could reach up and as we know, and just get right out of. Here's what I want to say. There's something that you've decided that you want to be bound to. It's been your choice. It's your choice. And if I told you a way to transmute that in my book right now, you'd say, you might not tell me, no, I don't want to do that. But there's something that you are still holding on that you want to be bound to. It doesn't have to be horrible like addiction or anything like that. It's just something that is not making you that happy, but you're not really ready to let go of it yet. But I'm going to tell you that pretty soon you're going to get to the point where you're ready to let go of it, because you're facing it now, but you're not totally ready to turn away from it. Here's the card. And see how they're looking at the issue instead of away. Okay.
Very good. Okay, so well, I got the Eight of Swords, and the thing about this one, I kind of see is actually a lot of things going on around you. Just kind of like a lot of just drama. But the thing is, I see you actually go into your inner self and not paying attention to this drama that's happening, all the bullshit going on around you, right? You're just all this stuff happening around you, and you're doing more of an inner look of yourself and trying to turn away from all the drama and moving away from it.
Okay. Who's next?
Next would be Kathy.
Kathy? All right, so Kathy, I love this deck, by the way. So you have a couple people who listen to you. I don't have any idea which Kathy this is. I don't want to know. I don't even know if I know this Kathy. But you have, particularly, I'm getting like probably a niece and nephew. It might not be particularly exactly a niece and nephew, but that's what I'm getting, that probably look up to you. And they were raised with some conditioned beliefs and some cultural or even religious values, and you were raised with the same religious values. And they're now looking to you saying, wanting to know. They have questions, and they want to know, what about these values? And they really do look up to you. And so it might be a good time for you to talk openly with them, how you question things, and how that doesn't mean you have to throw away everything you believe or whatever it is you believe, and to talk openly and also maybe be open with their parents about what you say. But they do really, really listen to you. It feels like a niece, and in the card it's depicted kind of as a niece and a nephew to me. I mean, it's not a niece and nephew, but it looks like a boy and a girl. But that's what to me, it feels like a niece and nephew, and they're really listening to you. And it's the traditional Hierophant card, but I see it really is that's you sitting there and explaining to them. And it really seems, yeah, that's what I get.
That's what you get. Okay.
That's what I get.
All right, so you know that saying, don't put all your eggs in one basket?
No, I'm kidding. I do.
Oh, my God.
I'm kidding. I do know that saying. I was joking. I'm sorry.
All right, so actually, what you need to do is gather all your eggs up in a basket, okay? And kind of almost mother those eggs, okay? Kind of all your things going on around you. Get it all together and, really control what's going on in your world with those types of things happening, those major decisions, anything like that, and put it all together. And really give those things some attention to make them grow better.
Okay. Who's next?
Lexi.
Hi, Lexi. Oh, Lexi, you did listen to the singing bowl. What'd you think? Did you learn some stuff? I think it'd be a great thing for you to integrate into your practice. Lexi's a healer, all kinds of things, and a licensed massage therapist and all kinds of stuff. So, okay.
Soultopia reader.
Even though she lives in South Dakota, she's a Soultopia talk reader. All right, and our commercial's about to come out, you guys. We saw it. So, woo! They have to fix a little clip at the beginning because it was Roger going. He was so awesome through the whole thing. They were like, "We hear you're going to be good, really good, Michelle," and I was not good. And Roger was amazing. He
Not
was
really.
so. Yes, you were. You were so good at it. Okay, so for Lexi, I get the Knight of Pentacles, and this is someone on this card. It's depicted, the Knight of Pentacles is it's about someone pretty. The horse is usually pretty grounded. The horse is not the one that's raring to go, raring to be impulsive. This horse is just standing its ground. It's very, very grounded. It's a pretty mature knight, right? It's not a queen yet. It's not as over mastery of their money and everything, but it's the weirdest thing because I get this as there's something that you want to go forward with, but you're staring at it, looking at it as whether or not this is a good investment, and the money is, and it's not is the money there. It's like, is it worth the money? Is it worth the time? And I feel like it is, and I feel like it's not something about your business. It's something for the kids, one of the kids, and you're afraid they're not going to stick it out. So I'm saying go ahead and do it, that you're overthinking it. Okay. Go.
Well, I was just going to, you kind of stole my reading on that one. I was going to say, well, you got some major decisions coming up, and the problem is that you keep just standing back and not making them. So get off the pot and get to making your decisions.
Okay.
Is that phrase?
I don't know if that's the phrase. All right.
Carla.
Okay. Hi, Carla. And I don't have the time you do.
This will be the last one.
Okay. All right, Carla. So, Carla, you are staring down the need for, you're wondering why, and staring down life, just staring down the face of life, saying, and this, I got to say this right, kind of like, what's the point? I'm a kind person, I'm a good person, I'm a loving person, but it's hit me hard all through like COVID and all through everything, and I've really feel like I'm a good person, and I'm a kind person, I'm an empathic person, but where is the karmic return to me? And I hope Roger will give you some hope on this, because I feel like it's almost sent you back into almost feeling not sorry for yourself, but almost very hopeless. And I really want to encourage anybody. I don't know if this is the Carla I know. Is it? Okay. You guys who see the names on here and know that name, and know her, I want you to reach out to her and text encouragement. I feel like you just need a lot of encouragement because you've had some hard times, but I want to tell you that I can see, and you know I can because you know me, and you know I'm not full of bull. It will get better, but I'm not going to deny that it's really hard for you right now, and you have been dealt some really tough stuff right now. Okay, I'm just going to acknowledge and validate you that it is hard, but we love you.
Damn, you're going to make me sound like an ass now when I do my reading.
Well, don't.
Okay.
No, be honest. She wants to know.
Stop letting emotions get control of you and spread your wings and get ready to fly. You
No,
got
that's
two ways
good.
to go. You can either spread those wings and fly or not. Stop letting the emotions get the best and move on.
That's right. And move to Dallas. I saw that. No, I didn't, but I wish you would.
She just wants you to come here because she wants somebody to hang out with.
I just love Carla. Okay, but she's been dealt some doozies and having a lot of people during this time. So, and we kind of wonder what's next and where can we go from here. And it's a great time to make some changes in our life to where we can say, hey, this didn't work for me before. It's still not working. What will work for me? What things are going to make me happier? This has not been working for a while. This is not making me happy. This is not making me happy. What is now going to make me happy? And how can I change these things? What better time now than to change some things to make us happy? That doesn't mean to change and be a crappy person, but to change some personal things, especially when we've been dealt some blows emotionally, okay, which a lot of people have. Do you want to do 1 and 2 and then close it out for the night? We have a lot of Minor Shuffle. We have a lot of really good stuff coming. We have Intuitive Insights this week. We have done away with the Zoom. I apologize. It's just not fair to try to do both. I can't do justice to being on Zoom and trying to do a live class at the same time. It's just somebody suffers, whether the Zoom or the live class suffers. So watch out, from when we do have live or just Zoom stuff or just live stuff. We also have what coming up really fast?
We have Soultopia Psychic Fair this Sunday.
Soultopia Psychic Fair discounted readings this Sunday, chakra aura photos, and we also have a lot more stuff that if I had my phone and had it pulled up, I'd read it. But look on Instagram, look on Facebook, look on our newsletter, look on TikTok maybe. And then if you would, all of you, please get my book, The Magic of Connection, if you haven't. And you can also follow me on michellewelch.com and leave a review on Amazon for it. Please. And also I have a group, The Magic of Connection, which I'd like to get us more involved in and doing some things there. Okay, so you're number 1. Go. I'm number 1. Okay. You're number 1. Number ones this week. Honestly, you're going to be kind of housebound a little bit, or kind of bound back, not outgoing as much as you really want to be. You got a lot of things just kind of holding you back from just getting out and just going. Whether it's work, kids, whatever it is, there's something just kind of holding you back for the rest of the week. You know what? Take it in strides. Don't let it stress you out, and just go with take it for what it is and get to the weekend and then go out for the weekend and enjoy the weekend. Bam. Done. Okay. Number 2s. My birthday's Friday. Because we know you're number 2. Yeah. I always choose number 2. And I'm number 1. Okay. So I'm going to combine my book with this reading because I'm going to do... Well, that was not fair. Number 2, and I'm going to open. Of course it is. It's the ametrine, I call it the higher power crystal. That's a combination of amethyst and citrine. It's a natural combination. It's not when you heat treat it together. I mean, you could, for intention, but it's amethyst and citrine together. So it's your it connects like your solar plexus and your crown. So you feel good with feeling good about yourself with your spirituality is what it does. And to me, that goes along with the Empress, because the Empress is going to connect even below that. That's going to connect to your sacral chakra, which is all about your creativity and your passion. So for number 2s, we're connecting from our passion and our creativity up to knowing that we can do it, like our feeling good, our worthiness, or we're worthy to feel good about it. That's the citrine, all the way up to we can tie that into knowing that that's our purpose and that's our spirituality. So the message is this week for number 2s to know that whatever we enjoy doing and that our passion is, that if it's done in balance, that we're worthy to create and that it's going to contribute to the higher purpose. Okay? So I hope that makes sense to some of y'all. And the Empress is not always about being a mother to children. Many people aren't. They've chosen not to be, or they can't be. And even though they might have wanted to be, and I want to always be very clear to you that may be to animal companions, that may be to something you have And that is every bit as important. It may be to a painting that you give birth to, a project you give birth to. So it's every bit as important when I talk about the Empress card. So I never want to say that that's just motherhood of one kind. And the one other thing I wanted to tell you before we go is I think that we do have, is it this weekend that we have one of the wellness things and we speak, or is that next weekend?
No,
okay.
next.
So we just have the Psychic Fair this weekend, and it's called the Soultopia Psychic Fair, and we're going to have a lot of good readers.
And you can book at your session at soultopiapsychicfair.com.
Isn't that easy, y'all? So book ahead because we got some people upset last time because it's kind of sold out.
Plus,
'cause
it's
we were
4th
so
of
busy.
July weekend, so it's going to be busy. So you need to book it now.
It'll be busy.
Soultopiapsychicfair.com.
Yeah. So anyway, and we had Dr. Hakeem. Oh gosh, Matt, can you say his name? Olashe?
I believe that's correct.
Okay.
Yeah, Olashe.
We talked on LinkedIn. He is the nicest guy, and his book came out on June 15th. You guys go get his book too. It's called A Quantum Life. And if you haven't watched that show, it was
watch it.
really, really good. He is the nicest guy. He's been on, Good Morning America and on all kinds of stuff, and yet replied to little old me when I said, hey, congrats on your book. He just said, was talking to me, and he's just a great, great guy. And I read the book, and it's really, really good. So, it is a story, you guys, and he's funny, but he had a hard life and what he's made out of himself. So I would encourage you to get that book and my book. So thanks, Matt, so much for being here for us every Tuesday night, even when we sometimes are flakes and skip. I really appreciate you. And until next time, thanks for joining us on SoulWhat, where we discuss matters that are important to our soul, and you get to discern and mull over things that are important to yours. Good night.
Good night, guys.